Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial Thursday. My name is Swiss, and for this week we're going to be going over Snake's CQC. In the last video we went over the neutral. Now we're going to go over up close combat, otherwise known as close quarters combat, CQC for short. And if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I have other social media platforms down below. Other than that, let's go ahead, let's dive right in and let's get it. So before we get into the game, we're going to talk a little bit about Snake's frame data. I do have videos on each specific move and an in-depth video on using the move and how to use the move and so on and so forth. So if you want to go to my channel and check those videos out, you definitely can. So if you want to learn more about those specific moves in general, like I have one on F-tilt, one on down tilt, one on each one on his aerials and so on and so forth. So in the neutral, you know, or not in the neutral, but once you get out in the neutral in the CQC, when you're fighting up close, you know, he has options. He has jab, F tilt, dash attack, down tilt, up tilt. He has down smash, F smash. Then he's got aerials, obviously, up air, down air, back air, neutral air. And then, of course, you know, grenade. So those are like his, and grab. And those are like his main stuff. But one thing to mention as far as the frame data goes is that you can see that his tilts and dash attack and jab comes out pretty fast. Jab 1 is frame 3, F tilt's frame 4, up tilt and down tilt is frame 6, and dash attack is frame 5. So the options are pretty fast, right? But notice that he's minus on shield by like a lot. So except for his jab. His jab 1 is -8, but if you fully commit to jab, it's -32. F tilt 1 -22, F tilt 2 -22, or -21 depending on what hit you get. And then you got up tilt -18, though it does have good, it has decent shield pushback. That's fine. Down tilt -13, but it has really good range, so it's good for poking. Dash attack's -26. And then F smash -18, though it does have really good shield pushback as well, so it's going to be a little bit harder to punish. -39 for up smash. Down smash -28, -14. So you can see that, like, he doesn't have the best frames as far as touching shield. He also has quite an amount of landing lag as far as his aerials goes. So neutral air is 16 frames, forward air is 19, back air is 19, up air is 15, and down air is 20. So he has quite an amount of lag, though most of his tools as far as his attacks goes comes out really fast. He just has a lot of lag behind him. So we're gonna go ahead and get right back into the game, and we'll go over how to play CQC. Now, fighting up close with CQC for Snake is he has a lot of options basically, and even though a lot of his moves have a lot of shield lag for him, it's very important to know that you have to kind of use your tilt in a certain way to mix up your opponent and try to get those hits in, outside of, you know, stuff that you can already punish. Like if someone hits you on shield and it's a very slow move and you can punish it with F tilt, obviously, you know, those are going to be different. But fighting up close like this and then choosing an option, you know, you kind of have to use your tilt in a specific way, or like mixing it up in general to where your opponent doesn't necessarily read it and could lead in potential shield drops to land the hits, and so on and so forth. I'll kind of go over that. So Snake's first option is jab 1, right? So jab 1 comes out fast, frame 3, -8 on shield. I don't tend to really go for all 3 hits of jab unless you have a feeling your opponent is going to drop shield in between the hits. So if you decide to go with jab 1, 2, 3, and then in hopes that the opponent will drop shield on the second or third hit of jab, so that way, you know, you end up getting some % off of that. That is something you can go for. You can also delay it, such as that. So that could be a good mix-up too, to see if your opponent drops a shield. You could also jab 1, and then like go for a pivot grab as a mix-up if they shield it. You could also run back dash attack. You could jab 1 F down tilt, jab 1 up tilt, jab 1 F tilt, I mean, there's obviously options that Snake has. It's all about patience and understanding if your opponent drops shield or not, or is holding shield. So you have to pretty much understand, you know, what exactly is going on, and try to be focused as much as you can, and try to react as much as you can to if they're holding shield or dropping shield or anything like that. Now, after that, he has F tilt. Now, F tilt is frame 4, and he's a lot more open on shield. But with F tilt, same thing. You could delay it. So you could delay it if you would want. You could just go with the whole thing, or you could F tilt 1 and then F tilt again if you would like to. So there's obviously mix-ups, right? So there's obviously mix-ups that Snake has. But it's just a matter of just deciding, you know, do I want to fully commit to this move, or do I not want to? Fully committing to Snake's moveset can be hard to... can be hard for you at the same time. It could be bad for you, is what I'm trying to say. Mainly because if I keep fully committing to F tilt 2, no matter what, I could end up getting fully punished or heavily punished or stuff like that. Especially when you're fighting a solid player or an experienced player, someone that knows the matchup. You know, you might not want to actually just fully commit to moves like that. So it's really good. It's a really good thing to practice, such as going for jab 1, F tilt 1, and then kind of going from there, depending on what your opponent is doing, if they're shielding, jumping, or whatever the case is. Now, up close as well, we have down tilt. You know, down tilt is mainly good up close at a range, because it's going to be hard for the opponent to actually punish you on shield. Also as well with down tilt, you know, it comes out frame 6, it puts him in a crouch position. And, you know, some options Snake can actually crouch under, so it might be hard for the opponent to actually even punish you for doing so. So there's that as well. So down tilt's a really good option. Up close, it's still good, because you're still going to be in crouch. But if you want to use it the safest way possible, you generally want to use it at a range. So you want to kind of abuse that disjoint that Snake's down tilt has. So there is that. Also as well, it's a pretty good out of shield option, because it comes out pretty fast, frame 6, and so is F tilt. And jab, obviously, and up tilt. So, like, all of his tilts in general and jab can be put to good use out of shield, because it comes out pretty fast next to down air, obviously. But if you want more of a grounded option, then, you know, up tilt, F tilt, and so on and so forth is going to be good. Now, after down tilt is going to be up tilt. Up tilt, generally, people are going to use for kills. So if your opponent's over 100%, you know, they're going to use up tilt in regards of taking those stocks and landing those kills in general. It also has a decent amount of shield pushback, so if the opponent tries to shield grab you, they generally will miss, and then in doing so, you could end up tilting them again as a punish for them trying to shield grab you. So that's one thing as well. It is minus 18 on shield though, so you are pretty open if they choose like a different option out of shield, so just keep that in mind too. But it is a good option out of shield. Parry as well, and of course just killing people off the top. And outside of that, we have his most famous option, which is dash attack. Now dash attack has head invulnerability, like his head and arms have invulnerability at the start of the dash attack. It's a really good anti-air, obviously, as well for up close combat. Up tilt is a good anti-air for up close combat as well. But it comes out frame 5. He has a lot of lag after the move though, so basically as soon as his hands touch the ground, he's fully open the whole time. But you can hold down to stay in crouch if you would like, go into a down tilt, you go into a jab if you would like. But he is heavily open on shield or on whiff with dash attack, and dash attack is obviously a really good option up close, because if they do shield, you can get the cross up, and it's going to be harder for them to want to actually be able to punish you for doing so for most of the cast. Now with dash attack, again, it's another good option for coming in with, and some characters are gonna, some players are going to try to stuff you out by either holding shield, or they're going to be moving, such as just dashing back to escape the dash attack and then punishing you hard for it, because again, it has a lot of end lag behind it. So in this case being said, if you realize the opponent is getting around your dash attack, then you have to choose whether you want to go with down tilt, or seeing how are they getting around dash attack. Are they sidestepping, shielding? If they're shielding, you go for a grab. If they're sidestepping, you could go for like a down air to try to call them out for that. If they're just running back, then you could just run a little bit farther and then dash attack them. So you have to figure out the counters at that point. But those are like his main options as far as using his jabs and tilts up close. He does have smash attacks, which aren't necessarily the best. They're more like reads. Like, you generally don't want to use up smash up close because Snake is open for a long time. So he's open that whole time. Like, right after he slams the mortar on the ground, he's fully open. So they could dash attack you if they have a really good long dash attack like Snake does. They can grab you and then when they throw you, they can use the grab armor to not get hit by the mortar. So they have that too. And there's just a lot of other options as well. So you're pretty open. I don't necessarily recommend using up smash up close, unless if they use a super laggy move on your shield, then you can up smash out a shield if you would like. But also keep in mind that if they DI in towards Snake, they can escape the mortar hit as well. So keep that in mind too. Now, down smash is mainly going to be used, and F smash is mainly going to be used for primarily roll reads. So if you want to read a roll up close, like if you think the opponent's going to roll out of the corner here, you got down smash to cover in front and behind. You got F smash if you want a really hard read. But outside of that, you typically don't use F smash or down smash. It's just, it has a lot of shield lag, or Snake is left in a lot of shield end lag behind it if you touch a shield. And also, it's a slow option in general too. So there is that. Down smash is good. Down smash comes out frame 8, but F smash comes out frame 41. So that's over half a second. It's very, very long. So, but yeah, you could use like down smash as like an option if you think your opponent's just gonna roll out of the corner, or try to like roll through you. You got that down smash to cover you as well. So you have that option. Now outside of that, we're gonna go over pretty much the aerials and grab now. Now the Japanese players love to use neutral air when they actually like fight CQC up close, and this is primarily because they're calling out jumps. So they're calling out that their opponent's gonna jump with an aerial or something like that, and they're just trying to get their aerial out first before them, so they can land the full nair. Now, you can also, if your opponent's standing still, some players like to also just come in with nair anyways, or even down air. And in doing so, it's a really good option to have as a mix-up if you're using dash attack or down tilt too much, and you're using nair and down air. You're dealing with the 4-hit move, which is nair and down air, versus the single hit moves running in, which is dash attack and down tilt. So you're mixing it up that way, and your opponent might drop shield because they're expecting a single hit move, and they might drop shield, and you could end up landing the rest of the attack. Now, if all else fails and they do end up shielding, you at least have some things to you at least have some options to fast fall the aerial. So you just fast fall it. That way you're not dealing all 4 hits. Same thing with down air. You could just fast fall it. Now, this is very important because if your opponent is shielding and you decide to do all 4 hits, that gives your opponent more time to anticipate the punish. So if you're fast falling it, or you're changing your direction of float with down air, whether you're holding forward and then back, or just back, that's gonna assist in a way where you could try to make the move safe as much as possible. That way your opponent's gonna have a harder time being able to punish you for doing so. Same thing with back air. You could run in with back air with like a RAR, such as that, and you could RAR, but then like not drift in if you would like. You could kind of just stay still and then do it. And it's really up to you to kind of decide like what route you want to take with it. Do you want to drip? Do you want to not drip? Do you want to just commit to the whole move? Do you want to fast fall it to change timing so you can try to get away and not get hard punished? It's really up to you, because again, Snake's aerials have a lot of end lag behind it, and a decent amount of you know, shield lag too. So in doing so, you know, you kind of want to use your attacks like as safely as possible, if in doing so, if you can, that is. But you can take risk, obviously. It's very important to be able to take risk at the same time too. So, you know, if you want to commit to that full short hop down air, of course you have options to do so. Or if you want to go for that F smash, you know what I mean. So it's very important to take risks as well. But yeah, so as far as like the aerials goes, generally Japanese players are going to use them to catch jumps, which is why you would see neutral air a lot out of them. Down air you typically want to use out as shield, because it comes out frame 6. So it's Snake's best option out of shield, pretty much, as long as the opponent's facing in front of you, not necessarily behind you. Snake's down air doesn't have a good hitbox from behind, so you're better off doing it only if they're in front of you and not behind you. Now, back air is good as like either jumping over a projectile, or like if your opponent's in the corner. Your opponent's in the corner and you think they're gonna jump out, you try to use back air to stuff them for doing so. So you can try to just keep them in the corner for doing that. And with back air too, you could change between fast falling it, such as that, or not fast falling it. Because again, the back air lasts for so long as far as the hitbox goes, so you can pretty much choose if you want to fast fall or not fast fall. And then that could mix up opponent's timing on shield too. So if you keep fast falling, you know, they're just going to hold shield. But if you do the back air, then just come down slowly with it, they might drop shield, thinking, you know, because they might be used to just holding shield quickly and then just releasing it and trying to punish you. So there is that too. You can even try to cross up the opponent with back air as well, if you kind of like understand like the spacing on back air. You could try to just cross them up if you would like. But yeah, there is that. Now the only thing left to really go over is going to be grab and grenades, really, because anything else, or it's probably C4, because anything else you're not really going to use. Like, you're not going to use Nikita up close or anything else like that. Now, fighting up close with grab is very good in my opinion, because most players are going to want to shield, because up close Snake's attacks are, you know, they're really bad on shield. So if you can mix up grabs instead of like using dash attack down tilt all the time, then that's a good option to have. So it's very important to understand, you know, if your opponent is shielding or not, and then going for grabs instead, or even like just a different option like grenade. You could just come in with the grenade or B reverse just to fake him out and then go for a dash attack. So you could do something like that. Another thing too is, like, with grenades, you could also just kind of come in with them like that, or you can like pick them up and then go for combos and stuff like that off of the grenade, or just use it as a way to force your opponent to get hit by a grenade, or just pressure them in general. So you could do something crazy like that. There's a lot of options when you involve grenades, basically. And in CQC, you know, if your opponent's going to be mashing or using a lot of moves in general, and you have that grenade here, you know, you could cause them to hit the grenade, and then you can get a follow-up. And the last thing is going to be C4. The only thing you would want to use C4 CQC wise is a sticky. If your opponent is going to be shielding a lot, like let's say you keep dash attacking, and then they start shielding more, then you, instead of, if you don't want to grab, let's say you can run up and sticky them. So you can sticky them, and then of course, you know, the back throw detonate or whatever it is you want to do with it. You could also jump C4 and then like jump away, detonate it. And this is a good way of using it in CQC as well. So you're just you're forcing your opponent in one spot, because they're gonna respect the C4, right? Because it does 21%, it kills, has really good knockback as well. And if your opponent thinks you're coming in with like an aerial, some of them will just shield grab, and then they'll miss, obviously, because you'll jump and then blow up the C4. It's a very they can't punish it either, because the C4 is right there. They're more than likely just going to respect it, hold shield, or they're going to roll away or jump away. And in doing so, you're jumping away as well. So you're jumping away and detonating, and then you're resetting neutral. So there's that too. So using that option is really good, just to throw it out, because some players might try to just, they'll hold shield thinking you're coming in with an aerial, then they'll try to grab you or whatever the case is, and then you have that C4 to just, you know, blow up on them. So now that we've gone over that, we're just going to go over a little bit of tidbits, and that's just going to be, you know, how can you better the CQC, right? Now, bettering your CQC is just primarily going to be understanding your opponent's reactions to certain things, such as like when you land a move, what are they doing? Are they shielding? You know, are they shielding your jabs? When you run at them, are they shielding? Are they sidestepping? Are they rolling? What exactly are they doing? And then trying to cover that option. And that's going to be ways on bettering your CQC as well. So next time if you fight someone that keeps sidestepping every time you come in at them, then that's going to help you in the long run against, you know, other players that's going to be doing sidestepping or anything like that. So it's very important to, like, when you run at someone, you understand what are they doing, and then going off of that. And then also as well, you know, when you land a move, what are they doing after? Like when you actually hit them. But when I up tilt or F tilt someone, what are they doing after? Are they jumping? Are they air dodging? Are they using an up B? Or, you know, or are they just not doing anything at all? So you have to understand, you know, first things first, what are you doing before you commit to them? What is the opponent doing before you commit to the move? What are they doing in between that? And what are they doing after? And then once you watch your opponent more and you understand what options they're choosing, you're going to be able to cover that. You're going to be able to anticipate such things and then pretty much go from there. Now, that's basically what you want to do as far as CQC. That's a good way to think to better your CQC. And when you're watching other people too, you kind of depict that as well, such as when you're watching other pro players, you watch their CQC, you kind of see like, why is this working, how is it working, and then you can incorporate that in your gameplay as well when you ask yourself those questions when watching those players that are better than you, or like the same caliber as you, or even lower. You can always learn from any single snake player or non-snake player in this game. So I hope you guys learned something today. I know I definitely did. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like and subscribe. I have other social media platforms down below, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. Disney fantasy MP haste, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.